Hey everybody, if you want to see more building videos just like this, check them out at Tom Stroop YouTube channel. A booyah! Fun project. This is going to be an end table. So follow along on Tom Stroop YouTube channel. I think you're really going to like it. The top is going to be 16 by about 25 live edge oak. And I'm going to use a 4 by 24 inch sander. And if you're doing something this hard, I recommend what they call a ceramic belt for this belt sander here. So dust protection for sure, ear protection, a little fan action. Here we go. Would you leave the rough cut in there, the saw cuts, or would you keep sanding and smooth them all out? Woo, that live oak is something else. Man, beautiful. And I'm going to cut these boards into a mortise like this, about a 40-degree angle at the top there, create an X like that. But I'm going to use this old heart pine, and it should be a lot of fun. Stay tuned. How to cut a half lap using a worm drive circular saw. Mark your piece, nice and clear. Set the depth of your saw, in this case about 1 inch. Your first 2 cuts are really critical. You got to get right on the line, so carefully cut those. Finish all of your cuts, once again carefully, but just nice and consistent flows all the way through, topping it up until it looks a lot like that right there. Break away the pieces gently with a hammer. Finish scraping it out with a chisel, get a nice smooth surface at the bottom. And if you do it right and you get lucky, voila, it fits. This is going to sound a little funky here, but I want to put a shelf, kind of like a floating shelf, right in here. So what I decided to do was, well, what my wife and I decided to do was make it a little bit shorter than the top and just kind of, I think I put a dowel straight through here, maybe expose the dowel just for some more architectural value. And I think I'll sand that down. And once again, that is about 2 inches of solid heart pine. Check that out. So let me get busy sanding it. And don't forget this one very important test when you're building a table, especially this. Check it for level. Yeah, boy. So I decided to use dowels on this. Actually, I drove that in a little too far, but actually screwed it in, then I put the dowels in the holes, once again for architectural effect. I use pine dowels, and they kind of stand out a little bit there, but I just might leave those there. Sometimes, believe it or not, I'll put a little bit of dirt on it just to make it blend a little bit, but we'll see what it turns out like. Okay, here's a real quick Tom's tool tip on how to drill a hole at an angle. And what I mean by that is I need to drill the bottom of this table out right here to attach the legs to the bottom. So what I don't want to do is drill straight in like this, because as you can see, it'll come out the other side. So what you want to do is you want to start the drill at this angle and then tip it up like this. So start it right there on the mark, directly perpendicular. And once you get it started, take your drill and work it until you get the exact angle that you want going straight up. That way the screw goes into the bottom and not out the other side. To mount the legs on the bottom of the table, I drilled some 1/2 inch holes with a paddle bit, and I screwed them in with about 2.5 inch deck bolts. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to fill those holes with these dowels like that and sand them down. And that's how the top turned out. I left a few of the ridges in there. I think you can see them. But that's that live oak, man. It just stands on its own no matter what you do to it, whether you make it perfectly smooth or leave some ridges. And I put 2 coats of hand rub poly on there, and we're gonna move it inside.